Hi Libra, welcome to your December 2017 reading. My name is Camille and you are watching Millennial Tarot. So to start off this reading, I have been doing a lot of astrology forecasts, just a little tidbit, just a little snack for you to take home with you. It ran a little bit too long in some of my earlier videos, so I'm just going to give you the important snapshots of what's happening. So starting off, we obviously have the sun has entered Sagittarius, and it did so around Thanksgiving. It will stay there until December 22nd. So Sagittarius, right after a very deep, powerful Scorpio season, especially with a lot of planets moving into Scorpio and really enhancing that Scorpio energy for a lot of people. Sagittarius is the breath of relief, where Scorpio would have us dig our heels into the emotional matters that need to be brought up, to dig our heels into any secrets and information that has been withheld, to dive deep into those deep-seated, hard matters to deal with. Sagittarius is more about breaking bread with people who you love and people who you like to celebrate, and communing with people and building bridges of between people despite differences. And Sagittarius is ruled by the benefic Jupiter, which is all about expanding and higher learning and philosophy and expanding on those beliefs. So if you are anything like me and Scorpio season was a mess, Sagittarius brings that lightheartedness, that wanderlust, that playfulness that we need. I just sorely need it. So I hope Scorpio season wasn't as bad for you. Another thing that's happening is that on the 3rd, we're going to have our super full moon in Gemini, which is your sister's air sign. But Mercury will also be going retrograde on the 3rd. So since Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, it's going to kind of mess up the full moon. It's going to make communication blurred, as we all know, with Mercury, especially leading up into the holidays. It just behooves me to tell you to double, triple, and quadruple check any packages you have coming, any travel reservations, anything that has to do with information technology and communication, machinery, and mechanics. Those are all ruled by Mercury. But the full moon in Gemini, it means especially a lot for social activities. It means a lot for honing in on those beautiful Geminian qualities of being the social butterfly, of being witty, of really having powerful communication with others. So this full moon is going to see you not being as meditative and as introspective as the other full moons, but really getting out there and seeing that the gems are within those social settings and within talking and being with other people. Another big thing that is happening for each and every one of us, especially me, because I'm Capricorn stellium, is that Saturn is moving out of Sagittarius into the hardworking, diligent, and methodical Capricorn. What this means is that for the next 2 years until 2020, there will be an increased emphasis on working hard, on taking the right actions, taking the right steps, and doing so slowly, because Saturn is a slow sign, taking 29 years to go around the sun. So Saturn and Capricorn, it's all going to be about hard work, nose to the grindstone, honing in on those Capricorn energies of being responsible, being honest, following the rules, and going by the book, and doing so in a way so that over the next 2 years, you will see the fruits of your labor, especially as it relates to career, because Capricorn and Saturn rule your 10th house, also known as your midheaven, which has to do with career status, social status, success, public persona, and reputation. So I'm going to I'm going to move into your reading. I'm going to be doing past, present, future reading the way I've been doing before. This time I've been skipping out on the oracle decks and the oracle readings. I do not like my oracle deck anymore. I feel like it was giving me stale messages. So rather than give you like an uninspired message, I'd rather just keep it simple with using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I also just want to take this time to say that I am still doing my $5 readings to begin with, as I get more well-versed in doing readings, personal, private readings. So if you want to give yourself the gift of clarity, or give someone else the gift of clarity this holiday season, drop me a line at millennialtarot1@gmail.com, and all the information will be below for that. So let's see what's going on with you, Libra. Bad shuffles, jeez. Bad shuffles. Do you like my sweatshirt? I find it hilarious that people think that you can't believe in like mysticism and metaphysics without actually also believing in science. I like both of them, okay? Neil deGrasse Tyson is not a astrology person at all. He thinks it's fake science, so I'm wearing his shirt in protest. Alright, one more shuffle. ironic. Okay, that feels good. I've been kind of like moving around the cards weirdly to see what that does. So, recent past, present, future. So a lot of these cards have been coming up for a lot of people, a lot of themes of like going within and doing hard work, which is not surprising given the astrological outlook. So in the recent past, or a past that makes sense for you, we have the Seven of Swords. In the present position, we have the Four of Swords, and in the outcome position, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So you are coming into December feeling deceived. The Seven of Swords is about thievery, duplicity with someone you are working with, someone you are sharing ideas with. So it could be someone stealing from you. I always like to say, check your intellectual property to make sure it 100% belongs to you and you have that in stone. This is about someone stealing ideas, stealing your dreams, stealing your thunder. So you are coming into December, whether or not you were on a career high or not, you were feeling that at least you had these gems and these gifts that someone is trying to take from you. It's also an energy of someone being dishonest near you. It's an energy of someone talking about you behind your back. It's an energy of someone just not being as honest as they could be. So that's what you are coming into December with. And then you have the Four of Swords here. And the Four of Swords speaks to repose. It speaks to rest after the battle. So certainly with the Seven of Swords, there is some type of battle. If you've called them out on being dishonest or for stealing, you could be involved in some type of conflict. And the Four of Swords sees you in December presently resting away from that conflict, whether or not it was solved. But you need to take time away from it. The Four of Swords is about taking the time to rest, being meditative, introspective, and trying to find those answers within your own solitude. And then the Eight of Pentacles is about you working hard, but working hard as opposed to the Three of Pentacles, which is working hard and showing people like, look at me. The Eight of Pentacles is you working hard in private. So this is a general reading, but these always take on tones. So this, for me, feels career. It feels more who you are and who you want to be and how you want to serve the world with the work that you do. That's what it feels like for me. But certainly in a relationship, it can mean disputes within relationship, disputes with people in relationship you're in relationship with, like friends, watching another person in a relationship having a dispute and you having to be involved with that, taking the time to rest and then working on that relationship. But moreover, I see this being career because Pentacles have to do with the ins and outs of lives. One more time, Camille. Pentacles have to do with the ins and outs of life. It has to do with home life, career, family, checking your oil, bank account stuff. So this is more the mundane aspects of your life, but it's getting to you. This could be a big career, not just, a vocation or things that you do on a daily basis. But Pentacles still also speak to that and also to money. So the general arc for your story here is that you're coming to December feeling within the realm of work, within a realm that makes sense to you, I should just say, feeling deceived. And then you're feeling like you need to rest from that chaos, and in that rest, you may be receiving ideas. It's a meditative card. You could be receiving the next right action that you should take. Let me see what my notes say. I always look at my little handy-dandy notes. Reflecting on an action that you just took. You're focusing on what matters in life. So it's just you really, really stepping back out of a conflict, and then you resolving to work even harder to get either what was taken from you or to work to make sure it's not taken in the first place. And about rebuilding from the bottom up. Not from the bottom up, rebuilding after something has toppled. So I'm going to pull some clarifying cards. Whoops. Stand by. I'm back. Let me do it one more time. Okay, Let's see. Okay. A lot of swords, intellectual, brain ideas and stuff. So a lot of stuff could be in your mind. So clarifying the Seven of Swords, we have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is someone who is wielding information. He could be a little bit mature, keeping secrets. So there's definitely, especially in conjunction with the Seven of Swords, this air of deception, of you being deceived, but you picking up on it and being intuitive enough to pick up on it. And then clarifying the Four of Swords, we have the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is the fastest moving page. And just to point out that we have the Page of Swords with the Page of Wands, and the pages always represent that youthful type of energy. So this is not, you're not dealing with, like, it's not shocking that this is happening to you, the deception, because you see this person as being emotionally immature and being immature, and that's probably why they're doing that. And pages can lean that way on their worst days. But the Page of Wands is a person who is looking forward to a new adventure. He has this wand, which always represents mobility, career, desire, passion, and it is like the beginning of a journey. Not so much as the Ace of Wands, but it could be a person, a fire sign especially, who is offering you a new beginning in sorts. Let me see what my thing says. So the Page of Wands represents, when I get to the page, a message about a trip or career. You're moving forward on a spiritual or philosophical mission. So while you are here in this rest, in this repose, this could be a message coming to you literally from a person once you've quieted yourself down enough and made yourself available to communication, because you weren't always just fighting this conflict all the time. It also could be a message coming from the universe, coming from whoever you see as being in charge of your life. While you're in this resting place with the Four of Swords. So the Page of Wands is a new beginning, a new adventure. So it ensures that whatever was taken from you, whatever secrets were wielded against you or kept from you, will not stop you from being able to move forward. And then clarifying the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is a difficult, also crown, bottom of the deck, I just saw this. Might be interesting, that's the Eight of Swords. So, but the Nine of Swords, 8 and 9, rather, is about depression and anxiety. It's about panic attacks, nightmares in the middle of the night, and all those have to do with what is going on in your mind. So I don't see this as being heartbreak that is happening to you, though you did have this deception going on. You're more or less over it. You're just trying to learn from it and move on from it. But you might be thinking about it a lot. You might be torturing yourself with thoughts of why they did it, upset and angry too. I know she looks like she's crying, but this could be a card of anger, you refusing to let it go. And then paired here with your Eight of Pentacles, you are working hard, but you just have these lingering thoughts. And I think the job will be for you to let those lingering thoughts go. And then just because this was popping out at me, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Eight of Swords, which is a woman who is choosing to stay hostage to her thoughts when she could just walk away. So Libra, air sign, you can identify strongly with what you are thinking, but in order to be released from whatever anguish you are going through, you are going to have to make that conscious step to let it go. And you were doing it, or you are doing it here with the Four of Swords. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. And you are taking that conscious choice to step back and to really see what is going on, but you're still plagued a little by heartbreak and by disappointment. So I'm going to pull one more card for the outcome position. Sure. Okay, so what came up to clarify the outcome was the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups represents a wish fulfilled. It's the wish card. It's him feeling so grounded and feeling so abundant and enriched that he even feels compelled to share with others. So he's hospitality and generosity as well. So this tells me that your trials and tribulations are, they're valid, but in the end you will get what you desire, which is emotional fulfillment. So cups also represent that emotional fulfillment at the hands of a water sign, sure, but I feel like this is more you. So that is your reading for December 2017. I hope it made sense to you. I must reiterate about the $5 readings because, you have to be your own self-promoter. But other than that, I do wish you a very lovely, lovely holiday season. And if you don't celebrate any holidays, I hope you have a fabulous December and a fabulous New Year. I will see you here in January 2018. Mwah!